Welcome students, myself Umesh Kumar Sharma from Arya College of Engineering and IT. Today we are going to discuss the topic ion implantation and ion implantation system. Introduction to ion implantation. Ion implantation is an alternative to diffusion for introducing dopant in semiconductor in the form of higher energy impurities atoms. For ion implantation, ions are first generated usually by ionization of gaseous chemical compound. If necessary, a particular ion species is selected by appropriate application of magnetic field. The charged particle species are then focused to form ion beam, which is accelerated by suitable application of electric field and made to scan a target area by suitable electric field. This ions or electron beam can be easily directed by an electric field. The directed ion beam is used primarily for two purposes. If the energy of the beam is adequate, the ion can penetrate the target buffer, collide with the silicon lattice atoms and with the electrons surrounding them, and eventually come to rest within buffer. This is called ion implantation. Alternatively, the beam energy may be sufficient to knock off or remove atoms from the target, and so can be used for selective removal of material. This is called ion milling. Comparison between diffusion and ion implantation. First is in diffusion, higher temperature hard mask in diffusion, low temperature photoresist mask in ion implantation. Isotropic dopant profile in diffusion and isotropic dopant profile in ion implantation cannot independently control the dopant concentration and the junction depth in diffusion, can independently control the dopant concentration and junction depth in ion implantation. Batch process in diffusion, both batch and single buffer process in ion implantation. Range theory for ion implantation. The range theory for ion implantation covers the range distribution, the effect of crystal lattice damage, and recoil distribution. First is ion stopping. As each implanted ion enters the target, it undergoes series of collisions with the target atoms and finally comes to rest at some depth. The initial ion energy 100 electron volt is much higher than lattice binding energy. The total stopping power of target S is defined as energy loss per unit path length x. This is the sum of two beam S equal to d upon dx nuclear plus d upon dx electronic. The nuclear stopping power is caused by collision of two atoms, and the potential between them is Vc equal to q square Z1 Z2 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r. Z1 equal to atomic charge number of ion, Z2 equal to atomic charge number of target atom, q equal to charge magnitude of single electron, r equal to distance from nuclear. Range distribution. Each implant ion has a random path as it moves through the target, losing energy by nuclear and ion stopping. The average total path length in silicon is called the range R and is composed of mixture of vertical and lateral motion. The average depth of implanted ion is called projected range RP. The ion concentration Nx is N0 exp into minus x minus rp whole square upon 2 rho square p. Third is damage. As each ion travels through the target, it undergoes series of nuclear collision. Every time ion is scattered, a fraction of its energy is transferred to the target atom, which is displaced from its original position. The binding energy of lattice site is only 10 to 20 electron volts, so it is easy to transfer enough energy to free an atom from its position. Now both ion and displaced target atom travel and cause further displacement. So the energy is spread over many moving particles. Eventually, the energy per particle becomes too small and cascade stop. This process is called damage because only nuclear scattering damage the target. The amount of damage depends on nuclear stopping power, which is a function of energy. The number of displaced atoms are n equal to En upon 2 Ed. En equal to nuclear energy, Ed equal to displacement energy. Fourth is channeling. Many of the target are crystalline with a regular arrangement of atoms. For ion moving in certain direction, the atoms row or planes line up so that there are long range open space through which ion can travel without significant scattering. This is called channeling effect. In this figure we have three ions entering a simple cubic lattice. Ion A is well aligned with a channel and so suffers only glancing collisions with the walls as it travels far into the lattice. Ion B is scattered into a channel after a shorter distance, perhaps because of lattice imperfection. Ion C is not channeled and has a random collision with lattice atom. Fifth is recoils. In the implantation process, oxygen atoms are displaced from oxide into silicon, giving a profile composed of two roughly exponential regions. This is called recoil mixing. This recoil mixing can be used for introducing dopant atom by automatic implantation machines. The most common case of implantation through a thin oxide layer into silicon is shown in figure. Implantation equipment. The basic requirement for an ion implantation system is to deliver a beam of ion of particular type and energy to the surface of silicon buffer. Schematic of this is shown in figure. In ion implantation equipment, there is a source which feeds a small quantity of gas such as VF3 into the ion source, and extraction voltage of about 20 kV causes the charged ions to move out of ion source into analyzer. The magnetic field of analyzer is chosen such that only ions with the desired charges to mass ratio can travel. Resolving aperture ensure that ion beam is well collimated. After that, the ion beam passes to the oscillation tube. The buffer is offset slightly from the axis of oscillation tube so that ion neutralized during travel will not be deflected. Three quantities define ion implantation step. First is ion type. The ion type is determined by magnetic field of analyzer magnet in a magnetic field of strength B. Ion of charge Q move in circle of radius R where RB equal to MIV upon theta equal to under root 2 MIV upon theta. V small v equal to ion velocity, capital V equal to source extraction voltage. Second is energy. The selected ions are accelerated to the implantation energy by voltage applied to the acceleration tube. Third is dose. The total number of ions entering the target is called dose. If current is I, then for a beam swept over on area A, dose theta is given by theta phi equal to 1 upon theta integration I dt, where the integral is over time t. Annealing. There are two kinds of annealing. After the ion implantation process, the edges of buffers are damaged. Annealing is required to repair the latest damage and put dopant atom or on substitutional site where they will be electrically active. The surface of annealing is often measured in terms of fraction of dopant that is electrically active. This is determined by Hall effect. There are two kinds of annealing. First, furnace annealing. Second is rapid thermal annealing. First is furnace annealing. If the implantation conditions are not sufficient to create an amorphous layer, then the furnace annealing is done. This process has activation energy of about 5 kilo electron volt and required a temperature of above 900 degrees centigrade to remove all defects. The result of furnace annealing is a reduction in the fraction of active dopant. This is most required around the peak of dopant distribution where the damage is greatest. Second is rapid thermal annealing. Furnace annealing is capable of supplying high temperature, but the practical steps required to insert and remove buffers without stressing them take approximately 15 minutes. This is much longer than required to remove damage at high temperature and so allow unnecessary diffusion. Rapid thermal annealing is a term that covers various methods of heating buffers for period from 100 seconds to nanosecond, allowing repair of damage with minimum diffusion. RTA can be divided in the three classes. First is adiabatic RTA. In adiabatic RTA, the heating time is short, less than 10 to power minus 7 seconds, so that only a thin surface film is affected. A high energy laser pulse is used to melt the surface to a depth less than 1 micrometer. Second is thermal flux RTA. Thermal flux RTA occurs on the time scale between 10 to power minus 7 and 1 second, where heating from one side of buffer with laser electron beam or flux lamp gives a temperature gradient across the buffer thickness. Third is isothermal RTA. Isothermal RTA covers heating process longer than 1 second, including furnace steps. This technique uses tungsten halogen lamps or graphite resistive lamps to heat the buffer from one or both sides. The schematic diagram of isothermal RTA is shown in figure. Problem in ion implantation system. First is shadowing. Shadowing is a common problem for implantation of buffer. Any non-planar masking layer will cost an implant shadow because of the tilt and twist angle of implant. Within past 5 years, the decrease in allowable thermal cycle and the resultant diffusion to minimize parasitic capacitance has increased. The importance of shadowing effect. The problem of shadowing is illustrated in figure so. The problem of shadowing can be further complicated by using simple electrostatic scanning as shown in figure. The scanning plate deflection can cause the implantation angle to vary from 5 degree to 9 degree across the buffer unless a second set of plates is added to compensate this effect. Second is variation in the dosage of buffer. Another problem with the tilt angle in statically scanned implant system is that the dosage of the buffer will vary from one side to other. This problem becomes more pronounced with a larger buffer where the electrostatic angle can be 2 degree or more. High current implanters in which the buffers are mechanically scanned in both directions do suffer from this problem. Third is dose rate monitoring error. The dose rate monitoring error can be present due to current and so will not be counted. Neutrals can be produced in the beam by recombination with residual gas atoms or thermal electrons. Dosage error can also be the result of incomplete secondary electron array capture. To prevent this problem, buffers are held in Faraday cup and the stage is typically held on a small positive bias. Fourth is contamination in ion implantation. Ion implantation is often assumed to be an extremely clean process. It is done in high vacuum and the implanted species is selected to correspond to the desired isotope of the desired species. Implants have 4 types of commonly seen contamination. One type of contamination is particles. If the particle fall on the buffer before implantation, they will screen the buffer from the implant. A later clean may remove the particle putty, but its unsealed shadow remains behind as a virtually undetectable killing defect. Most particles are caused by improper buffer handling, improper pump down procedure, clamping procedure, the use of unfiltered gases, etc. Thank you.